So these are the 1.3 video notes. We're starting off with distance. The distance between 2 points is the length of the segment with those points as its endpoints. We say the distance is the absolute value of the difference between the points because distance can't be negative. You can't say I went -5 miles today. So using the number line to find each measure, the first one we're looking for is BD. So BD, we could do -1 minus -7. So this equals, change those both to positives, -1 plus 7 gives us a distance of 6. DG, -1 to 8, 8 minus -1, plus 8 plus 1 gives us a distance of 9. AF, F is at 3, A is at -9. So 3 minus -9 plus, this gives us a distance of 12. EF, F to E, we have 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0 gives us a distance of 3 from E to F. Next, we are introducing the distance formula. So the distance formula is really just a Pythagorean theorem, but using coordinates. So we're going to draw in a right triangle here. We're going to draw down to here, from Z down to this part, draw in our right angle, and draw from M over to the right angle. So in this right triangle from M, I'm going to label this point Q. It doesn't really matter what we label that point, but having a point labeled can help a little bit here. So MQ is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units long. MQ is 7 units long. ZQ is 1, 2, 3, 4 units long. So MQ is 7, ZQ is 4. So we found the lengths of both legs. Now we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem of a squared plus b squared equals c squared to find the length of segment ZM. So we're going to call MQA. So we're going to say 7 squared plus b, we're going to call ZQB, plus 4 squared equals c squared. 7 squared is 49, plus 4 squared is 16, equals c squared. 49 plus 16 gives us 65, equals c squared. Now to get c by itself, we need to take the square root of both sides. Square root. The square root of 65 is going to be 8 point. The square root of 65 is 8.06, which is equal to c. So the length of ZM is equal to 8.06. And that's just units, so we don't need to write in centimeters, inches, miles, whatever. So we're going to do the same thing for SE here. I'm going to label this vertex Q as well, this vertex right here. So EQ is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 7. SQ is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. SQ is 8. So we're going to do the same formula we did before. So we're going to say 7 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. 7 squared is 49, plus 8 squared is 64, equals c squared. 49 plus 64 is equal to 113, equals c squared. The square root of 113 is equal to 10 10.63, which gives us C. So then the length of SE is equal to 10.63. Again, no units needed because no units are given in the coordinate plane. The midpoint of a segment is the point directly between the endpoints of the segment. The midpoint is the average of the endpoints. Recall how to find the average of two numbers, 13 and 7, for example. We do 13 plus 7, which gives us 20, and we divide that result by 2, which would give us 10. Oh, gives us an example right here too. Perfect. So we have P and Q. Coordinates of P is -3, Q is 1. We add a -3 plus 1 divided by 2, which is -2 divided by 2, or that gives us -1. In the coordinate plane, we have a midpoint formula, which is that x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So in our examples below, we are saying that A is at 0, 0, B is at 12, 8. So we're going to find the x-coordinate, we'll do 0 plus 12 divided by 2, comma 0 plus 8 divided by 2. As we bring this down, 0 plus 12 is 12 over 2, comma 8 over 2. As we simplify this out, we then get 6, comma 4 as our coordinate for the midpoint. We're going to do the same thing for number 10. So number 10, R has coordinates of -12, 8. So -12 plus S has an x coordinate of 6, so -12 plus 6 over 2, comma 8 plus 12 over 2. We can simplify these coordinates down a little bit. -12 plus 6 gives us -6 over 2, comma 8 plus 12 gives us 20 over 2. We simplify these, divide these out. We get -3, comma 10. The final thing on your note sheet is that it says you can also use the midpoint formula to find, and that is to find an endpoint. This is true if we have one endpoint and the midpoint. We can use the midpoint formula to find the missing piece, but we'll talk more about that in class on Monday.